Yul Edochie visits May Edochie in Lagos, beg for joint custody. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time of visiting my channel, do well to like and subscribe. Well, we heard the news, or if you go to my channel, my previous video, you would see that Judy Austin has made plans to reconcile with May Edochie. And now, Yul Edochie now has visited May Edochie in Lagos. And according to the information, he's visiting May Edochie because he wants to beg for joint custody. And what do I mean by joint custody? Well, joint custody is the fact that, or is a suit that can be filed or that can be discussed and settled amicably between parents when they want to get access to their children and they want to join their hands to train and provide, protect, and take responsibility of their children. And now Yul Edochie has come to meet May Edochie to ask for joint custody. The fact that he has actually filed a case to get this custody done and he has failed in that part, he now wants to confront May Edochie to get a joint custody with her. This same man has refused to send things home. He has refused to send a dime home. And according to sources, according to news blogs and the rest, they said when Yul Edochie is being accosted and they asked him, why haven't you sent a dime home? Have you forgotten you have a family? Have you forgotten you are a father? Aside Judy Austin and her children, you still have children with May Edochie. Why don't you send things home? His reply would always be, they should ask May Edochie, that May Edochie is doing practically well, more than he is. And it's really a way of being so nonchalant. I would scream nonchalance in this case of Yul Edochie, because this excuse is flimsy. Everyone is working. Nobody is depriving you from working. So even the little thing you're getting, you would have at least remembered home. The little thing, at least remember that you have children. But no, you would prefer squandering them on Judy Austin and going to hotels, moving from one hotel to another, from one hotel to another, forgetting that you have responsibilities to shoulder. That's because you are not responsible. It screams the height of irresponsibility, because you know as a man you would have to work. No matter how little you bring back, you should still remember that little is still important. But you left all the responsibilities for May Edochie because you know she's doing well. Nobody stopped you from doing well. You were practically doing well while you were married to May Edochie, when this controversy was not there. Like when there was no controversy, you were practically doing well. So why are you now finding it difficult to man up? Because you intentionally chose this route for yourself. Yul Edochie chose the path he's going now. He chose the fact that he would be somebody else. He would just be with Judy Austin. Nobody forced him into choosing Judy Austin over May Edochie, because people have been asking, what did Yul Edochie see in Judy Austin that made him choose Judy Austin over May Edochie? Because May Edochie has the standard. May Edochie has a very good upbringing. She's a good woman. She's hardworking. She's creative. She's a bookworm. She's everything good, everything a man would pray and desire in a woman. But then Yul Edochie went ahead to be with Judy Austin. People have been asking, why did Yul go for Judy Austin? And why didn't he go for May Edochie? What did May Edochie do to him that he decided to go to Judy Austin? I just simply know that the answer is irresponsibility and lack of discipline. Yul Edochie found himself in a place or in a position where he was free. He felt he undermined the fact or the emotions of May Edochie. He knew that May Edochie is an emotional person and that May Edochie would do everything to save and salvage any situation that concerns the breakage of her family. So she would do everything and accept every pill that is given to her just to save her family. And then Yul Edochie found himself, like, pride set in when he decided that he felt he had arrived because of the small influential things he was doing, small partnerships, small things. He felt on top of the world. And Judy Austin, being a very crafty person, Judy Austin decided to eulogize Yul Edochie, because you know she's always eulogizing Yul Edochie, and Yul Edochie will be doing like a masquerade. She will elogize Yul Edochie and made Yul Edochie feel on top of the world, telling Yul Edochie that he's a good person, that is a big name in Nigeria, in the entertainment industry and all that. So Judy Austin had her way, and Yul Edochie has this pride, and if he sees someone that would help him romance his pride and his ego, he would actually do everything for that person. So when Judy Austin gave in with those praises and everything, Yul Edochie, out of lack of discipline, he fell prey to Judy Austin's praises and everything, and allowed it to enter his head. Judy Austin, not knowing that Judy Austin, being an opportunist, knows what she wants, and this is exactly what she wants, to create chaos between Yul Edochie and May Edochie, and to come into the family, come in between their marriage. And Judy Austin played her card properly, and Yul Edochie and Judy Austin's relationship became a history. And now people keep saying May Edochie was better, and instead of them to accept the fact that May Edochie was better, May Edochie gave Yul Edochie undiluted love, Yul Edochie and Judy Austin are coming out to say that Yul Edochie was passing through a lot, and he decided to find peace on Judy Austin, or in Judy Austin, and May Edochie was not there to give him the peace. May Edochie gave Yul Edochie every peace he wanted. The only problem that Yul Edochie had was not trying to be disciplined, not remembering home, not having this emotional intelligence, and undermining the abilities and the love he had for May Edochie. Well, before I continue, my dear subscribers and visitors, if this is your first time of visiting my channel, do well to like and subscribe. Well, Chudi has reviewed or leaked a podcast he made with Onyeka Onwenu, and it stirred a lot of reactions. It is so emotional that Onyeka Onwenu had to leave us this early, although she was 72 before her passing. But then she had a beautiful legacy that she left behind. Onyeka Onwenu is a talented and a multifaceted human being. She's a multifaceted entertainer. She's educated. She's just embedded with wisdom. And according to the interview, Chudi said, the first time I interviewed Auntie Onyeka for True Love West Africa, we had a blast. I watched her throw her hair back in laughter so many times, and I was in heaven. But after I wrote the article, she called me and washed me down for a paragraph about her during the military. She wasn't pleased. She didn't mind her words. Here's what you need to know about her. She was tough. Sometimes she could be distant, aloof. Some people called her difficult, arrogant. I remember our disagreements when we started working on the book. But it didn't matter. I loved her exactly as she was. I loved her complexity. I loved her just for being. However she was, it was enough. I realized what love and light truly means by watching and loving people like Auntie Onyeka. Love isn't when you have an idealized version of person with no flaws or no edges. Humans have bugs and features, but when you love them as they are, because you see them fully. Light shines in spite of its vessel, and what made Auntie Onyeka special was that no matter how arrogant you think she wasn't. She just carried herself with dignity and knew who she was. You couldn't ignore her, you couldn't quench her. No matter how many times in her personal and public lives they tried to attack her and belittle, to sideline, to misinterpret, she was unreducible, unquenchable. NTA tried to punish her for demanding her royalties. She embarked on a legendary hunger strike. The whole nation was transfixed in awe. NTA backed down. The second time I invited her to New Dawn, she walked out of the set because she was being disrespected by the stand-in. I agreed with her. They were disrespectful the way Nigerians are often disrespectful of people who don't perform wealth and fame and power, because Auntie Onyeka Onwenu didn't perform. She knew she didn't need to. She walked alone. She paid her way. She needed to add nothing to her fullness of self. Just because of who she was and what she carried, everyone was drawn to her still. I learned that from her, to trust your light, grace, elegance, dignity. She was born to be a star. And this is so beautiful. This is a masterpiece from Chudi, speaking and eulogizing Onyeka Onwenu of blessed memory, who passed out few days ago. May her gentle soul rest in perfect peace. Amen. Well, for Yul Edochie intends to visit or visited May Edochie to beg for joint custody. His visit was clear, to beg for joint custody, and now May Edochie is now left with accepting or not, but I think she wouldn't buy that. But what do you have to advise? What do you have to say? Feel free to drop your comments or reactions. How do you feel? Feel free to share. And please, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do well to subscribe so you don't miss out on juicy celebrity and entertainment gist. Always stay tuned to Honest Mike for never leave your side. Do have a beautiful day, and I love you so much. Bye.